Wow, J.D. Vance just fully bombed in Ohio and threw Donald Trump under the bus. Let me show you what went down. As J.D. Vance said, under Donald Trump, the key thing is that all young people are able to afford homes right now, when we know that's false, and the people of Ohio are livid at these lies. Here, play this clip.
We got a lot of work to do, but we're finally seeing that American dream of homeownership become accessible again to our young people.
Then J.D. Vance said one of the reasons that you should be voting for us is you need to vote for the people who will go after the child predators. That's the key. We're going to help go after all the child predators. Really, J.D., you may want to update those talking points right there. These were your 2024 talking points when you said you were going to release the Epstein files. Now it's clear that you all are the cabal that is covering up those files and covering up child sex trafficking rings. Here, play this clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're up against in November. Whether it's child predators, Somali fraudsters, foreign gang members, or even visa fraudsters who are working to undercut American wages and steal from American taxpayers, the Democrats know who they stand for. It's anyone but you. Think about it. Every single Democrat,
Now, could it get any worse for J.D. Vance while giving this speech in Ohio? The answer is yes. He goes, and the American people are demanding a government that removes the fraudsters, removes the criminals. That is literally your regime of criminals and fraudsters. Y'all are doing insider trading, 21,000 trades in the first year of your criminal regime alone, making billions and billions of dollars while inflation surges, while gas and diesel hit all-time highs. But yes, go to Ohio and say that that's what you and Donald Trump stand for. So utterly pathetic. Here, play this clip.
Do we demand that our government serve us and our children rather than fraudsters and criminals? Do we demand that the American president fight for the American people first? Then, my friends, I ask you, each and every one of you, to stand on your own conscience.
More from J.D. Vance right here. And again, just utterly pathetic. Let's play this clip.
They have voted for corporations who sent jobs overseas rather than good American businesses who invested in you, invested in your communities, and increased your jobs. Who do these Democrats put first? Everyone else. You know who the Trump administration puts first? Americans. You, my friends, that's who we fight for.
Then J.D. Vance says everything is Biden's fault as well. Let's just blame Biden for everything. Let's play it.
We got a lot of work to do, but we're making progress on all the things that matter the most. On the affordability question, we know that under Joe Biden, the cost of a median price home nearly doubled. Now, for the first time in over 5 years, rents are falling for the first time.
And then he says, one of the reasons that you should vote for us is we don't want to see the United States as the world's policeman anymore. Really, as you are involved in an unlawful and catastrophic war in Iran, as Donald Trump has launched wars basically everywhere in the world, didn't you all promise that on day one you would end Russia's invasion of Ukraine and you would do a deal so good? No, now Donald Trump just brags about fake deals that he's making with Iran and fake 90 deals in 90 days. Meanwhile, we have the U.S. national debt rising higher than $40 trillion, with about 30% of that coming from the despicable Trump regime. We have foreign countries not wanting to even buy our treasury bonds anymore because the United States has become so unreliable and unpredictable, and the U.S. security umbrella throughout the world has utterly now been destroyed. Here, play this clip.
America can never be asked to be the policeman of the world. Now, he was my grandfather. I called him Papaw.
So then they bring in John Husted, the current senator of Ohio. And Husted is out there saying, I know that everybody here thinks that electricity prices and gas prices are high, but we've got to blame Obama and Biden. It's their fault. We should take no accountability. Let's just skip over the entire first Trump term and let's skip over the past 19 months, everybody. Are you with me? Are you with me? Here, play this clip.
You want to have lower electricity prices? I want to tell you why they're rising. Because Congress, and under the Obama administration, under the Biden administration, they closed 23 power plants in the state of Ohio, representing half the electricity we use on a daily basis. They did it. Radical climate policies did that, shut them down, and now we have a supply and demand problem. We've got to build.
Yeah, and then J.D. Vance is like, you know what bothers me too? Those politicians who came to Washington, D.C. with a few $1,000s, and then they got so utterly rich in D.C. That's literally your regime. Your regime is one of inside trading, corruption, criminality, quid pro quos to benefit yourself while you screw over those people in Ohio standing right behind you. Here, play this clip.
Politicians, think about this, who came to Washington with a few $1,000s in their bank account, left after decades of public service with millions in stock portfolios. And what did all of you get? What did we get? If you were lucky, your neighbor's job got shipped to a foreign country while your tax dollars got shipped to fraudsters.
I mean, JD, even think about Donald Trump's post this morning where he was bragging about some imaginary deal he made to bring in massive amounts of foreign beef and to give them discounts as long as they promise, not sure how this is actually going to work, to lower the price to the consumer by 25%. And so y'all are involved in central planning a la communism, but that benefits foreign beef exporters. That's the plan, JD. Meanwhile, JD Vance then says, what's great about America is whether you're black or white, whether you've been here just a minute or whether you've been here for a long time, this is the place for you. You literally have ICE and Border Patrol, Gestapo, your paramilitary organizations patrolling streets, treading on people, terrorizing people, and locking up and killing people who have been hard working here in the United States. Not criminals, not the bad guys. That's what this regime is about. Play this clip.
Black and white, rich and poor, whether you've been in this country for 10 seconds or whether your family has been in this country for 10 generations, think about it. Every accomplishment of American greatness has a long line of people, many of them who don't get their part in the story, but we all know we're very much part of it.
Then J.D. Vance, I guess thinking that he did a really good job, shows up at a donut shop. And then he says, all right, I'm going to give you a little tip here. No tax on tip, eh? No tax on tip. And here's the thing, JD. Here's the thing. People aren't looking for gimmicks, okay? Where you destroy their livelihoods and where you make it so a honest day's labor and wage is so low, you want to do these gimmicks. But people are suffering. We're losing jobs right now. People can't afford homes. But sure, go to a donut shop, JD. I'll show you that.
All right. Give the change. No taxes on tip, remember?
And they do get tips, see?
That's okay. Good.
Then JD, by the way, I should have showed you this clip before. He wanted to talk to the crowd in Ohio about an internet meme that he saw. And so JD's son is named Vivek. And in Ohio, you have this right-wing MAGA extremist who loves his data centers. He loves data centers everywhere. Vivek Ramaswamy, Mr. Data Center, invests in data centers. I mean, he's on audio tape. I love data centers is what Vivek Ramaswamy says. But then you have JD telling this weird story about internet memes and how he was in a voting booth with Vivek in this AI image. And that's hilarious. It's like people were like, dude, what are you talking about? Play this clip.
My favorite internet meme, Vivek, I don't know if you saw this, but I brought my 6-year-old little boy with me, and we had a day of travel all over the country, actually, and I hold his hand into the polling booth, and, he votes for, like, whether he prefers, caramel apples or watermelon or something. They have some kid polling ballot to fill out, and then somebody posts on the internet, JD brought his son Vivek to to vote today, and then somebody used like AI or something and put me and Vivek holding hands, walking to the polling location together. But I don't think that anybody needed to encourage Vivek to go to the polling location that day. When your name is on the ballot, nobody needs to make you go vote. But Vivek's going to make a great governor for the state.
But I will tell you this story about Vivek Ramaswamy. He spent nearly $1 million on private jets already during his campaign, where he's traveled around the great state of Ohio, telling the people in the different communities how much he hates Ohio. It's a Hate Ohio tour that Vivek Ramaswamy is running. And meanwhile, Ohio looks at some of its neighbors and it sees, with all of these horrific storms that have taken place lately, that the Trump regime doesn't care. I mean, I did a report on it this morning about Gary, Indiana, but it's all Northwest Indiana as well, that has been ravaged by a derecho, a horrible thunderstorm stretch for hundreds of miles. And the Trump regime, what does Donald Trump say? Absolutely nothing while that's all taking place. And I'll mention this as well, as these are the types of things that I think Americans are talking about. Things are too expensive by far. I saw this segment before on CNN about the average cost of packing a school lunch has risen by almost 11% right now. 11% just increase. Play this clip.
Well, $106 per household per week just to send your kids with lunch to school. That is a significant increase over the past year, almost 11%. And so, if you look at what you feed your kids, some of these items, you got to watch out. Now, this is just an example lunch. You might be able to do this more cheaply, but sandwich bread, 22%, and oranges are up 17%. Take a look at your grocery prices before you start packing your lunches. It's going to cost you per year almost $4,000 to feed your kids every day for school lunch.
And then all of these recalls as the Trump regime and Doge, which has not saved any money at all. Quite the contrary. The debt has increased. The deficit has expanded. There's been no Doge dividend checks. Doge did nothing but cause more problems. But it's ripped to shreds important entities that do like health inspections. So it seems like every single day there's another food recall or another discovery of some horrific substance that's in the food or that's in, the produce. So take a look at what CNBC says about a lot of these recalls we're now learning about. Let's play it.
Really symbolizes the president's concern going into those midterm elections that prices are still too high for consumers, and he's signaling he wants to do something about it.
It does kind of raise the issue of all of the recalls we've had so far this year, Eamon, especially with foreign-sourced lettuce, jalapenos, but even domestically this week it's been eye drops, and I guess we'll have our eye on beef supply.
Yeah, I mean, the president in his social media post also talked about the overall beef.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching.
Before you go, our book, WTF America, is available for pre-order now. It's the story of how we got here and how we fight our way back. To pre-order, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.